across the world. This is S2C Africa on your favorite channel, World Trading Updates and News. We are coming live and direct. Every day we give you a live update of what will be happening in and around the world. As you know, this is our job full time, just to make sure you all stay updated and up to date with what is happening. So today I just wanted to look, I was looking at what is happening in Africa and the world at large. And in particular, different parts of the world, there's a situation like opposition leaders or those people who be opposing the ruling party in every particular country. They are facing persecution. Of late, we've seen in Tanzania, there's this other guy. He's from opposition, one of the senior members of the opposition party in Tanzania. He was named and arrested by the authorities on his way to Belgium to attend a conference. And we just said, okay, there are a lot of political prisoners. A lot of them, when they got arrested, they are denied bail. They stay in prison for a long time without being charged of anything. And later on, maybe the government, the authorities will just say, okay, you have been found not guilty. But after spending so much time, so what might be the challenges that these guys or these opposition players in politics around the world are facing? We just have to look at a very simple thing. People have this misperception of the word revolution. Revolution. A lot of people, they think opposing the government is what they call a revolution, but a revolution is not like that. A revolution is a fundamental change in the way a society or government or system operates. So it only involves a significant shift in power or values or institutions. And that's what basically revolution mean. So there are so many types of revolutions, the likes of political revolutions, social revolutions, or technological revolutions. So the reason why we have seen that in most cases African countries, or even in we have seen that a lot of countries, or recently in Syria, where President Donald Trump was, the government was overthrown there. A lot of, but the problem now is, if if you start a revolution, right? If you start a revolution and then you fail to complete it, it comes with a lot of challenges to people. Because if you start a journey that you don't finish, there's a lot. It comes with a rapid change. It comes with a widespread impact. It comes with the challenges to authority. So there's a lot. A revolution. If you start a revolution, you must complete it. So the problem now that many people are facing, like in Africa, especially the opposition, these guys, they start a thing and they don't complete it. So it becomes a challenge now to most. It becomes a very difficult challenge now. It becomes a very difficult challenge now. If you start something, right? If you start something, you shift, right? If you start something, you don't complete the journey, it becomes a challenge. So that's the problem with these revolutionary guys. They get arrested, people suffer, they call for stay away people. There will be a lot of political uncertainty in those countries. That's where the problem is coming. So political revolution, this is a change in government or leadership, such as the French Revolution or the American Revolution. In the social revolution, we mean a transformation in social norms, values, or institutions like the civil rights movements or the women's movements. So all these kind of revolutions you have to complete. The reason why Africa is being derailed, is being affected by these revolutions thing, people are getting arrested, people are suffering like no money in the countries. It is because the difference with the generation, the current generation that is in Africa, they just started, they are being hyped on social platforms, but they don't complete, right? They don't complete these revolutions. So the problem with starting something that you don't finish, you get arrested. Recently, I was following a story of a young man from Zimbabwe. He's in South Africa. He's being charged for trying to overthrow the government from South Africa. I'll check on the name, but he is in courts and is being persecuted there. But the courts are protecting him, though they are trying to handle with the case. But if you fight from outside Africa, if you don't, if you the likes of Thomas Sankara, the likes of Kwame Nkrumah, the likes of the Kenneth Kaundas, the likes of Samora Machels, they started what they finished. That is why Africa was liberated first in those 70s, 80s, 90s. The likes of Nelson Mandela's, those guys, they did everything. They started. Some of them were willing to go even to jail for 10 years. Look at Nelson Mandela. He was in prison for more than 20 years, 27 years to be precise. But that's a revolution. So the danger of starting something that you will not finish, you put people at risk. Young children will suffer. The economy will suffer. No social activities. But you have seen most of opposite parties, they say this is a revolution that will take forever, a revolution that will see a lot of people dying for no. Because if a revolution is started, it's not a one-man thing. You discover that in most cases, if someone is arrested or something happened to him, he will in a revolution that it transformed the way goods were produced and societies functioned those days. You know what I mean? There were French Revolution. In a revolution, there was this other a good example of French Revolution, a political revolution that overthrew the monarchy and established the first republic in France. There are so many examples of these revolutions. So I just wanted to discuss about this. I have been checking a lot of opposition players, in particular Africa and Asia, Middle East. They are being persecuted. Why? They are starting a journey that they are not completing, in the name of a revolution. So they need to study the name, because a government is a powerful institution. It complies a lot of in fact, it controls a lot of apparatus, right? So if you want to overthrow a government, you just not walk up and throw that government in the name of revolution, right? People will suffer. People will die in the name of revolution. So, how are you, Lungi Leswane? I see you. Thank you for joining us. Sibahle Mark. Hi, how are you? I see you. Shane Oliver, how are you? How is South Africa? I see you. I hope you are doing well wherever you are. Thank you for joining us, Maggie. I see you, Maggie. I see you. Yeah, so today we just wanted to discuss something about a revolution, and thank you guys for joining us. We'll come back in the next hour. We'll invite a guest from one of the popular universities around, so that we'll also talk about this. I just wanted to prepare you so before he comes alive, so that we talk more about this revolution thing. As we see, a lot of people are being persecuted around Africa in the name of revolution, but at the end of the day, the economy is suffering, people are suffering. What is it about the revolution? Thank you for getting in for getting in touch. I will love you. Keep supporting the channel. It is growing because of you. So let's meet in the next hour. It's bye bye for now.